What's going on, my beautiful people? Big homie, coming back to you real quick. And I know, audio, smartio. For me, it's all about the content. I hope you guys can hear me clear enough. I'm not yelling. I don't normally yell. But anyway, without further ado, and I do have a microphone. I just gotta start using it, so I apologize. I am trying to get two different angles here, so I'm not the fanciest at editing, but I wanted to give you guys two different angles. So I'm here on my MacBook Air, which is, we'll get into that on a different video, but this thing really seems like a glorified netbook. For all my IT OGs out there, you know what a netbook is. But anyway, I digress. So everybody's throwing up the sponsored, possibly, Pixel videos, right? We got something building. I am possibly going to be trading in my beloved Z Fold 6, not 7, 6, guys. Now, I do really still enjoy this phone. I do from time to time get it now as far as what folks were talking about when it comes to the microphone being a little bit, the microphone, when it comes to the outer display being a little bit narrow. Thus, which is the reason why I said, you know what, let me try. Now, I'm gonna give it, I think I'm pretty much decided for the most part that I will be trading in the Z Fold. I'm a Samsung fan. I got Samsung stuff everywhere. I take that back, not a fan. I do enjoy using Samsung products, not a fan. But with that being said, from time to time, I kind of get a little bit Galaxied out or One UI. Again, for the OGs who've been doing this for a while, into tech for a while, nerding out for a while, we know that the overlay on Android on all Samsung devices was called TouchWiz. Samsung has done a phenomenal job at cleaning up this overlay, and it's now called One UI, which is a better name. Also, they've done just really great at customizing the software experience and streamlining the software experience when it comes to Samsung and just Galaxy and foldables in general. With that being said, though, still, I tend to get bored after a while. I've had this phone, I didn't get the 7, so I'm a version behind. At least I hung in there at least for a while. Now I'm gonna give it a side-by-side kind of sort of trial, no speed tests and all that stuff. I know everything is really big on the processor right now. Everybody is very hardcore really on Google when it comes to the processor, because they decided to go with their own processor, the Tensor. But no one says anything about Apple, and Apple has everybody extremely sold on the A Bionic, whatever the chipset is, and the speed. But man, I have my iPhone freeze all the time. But you hear all these people who, I don't know, maybe they're getting paid off or something. I don't know. But all they do is just talk about, oh, it's so blazing fast. As far when I'm referring to the iPhone. Now, yes, don't get me wrong, I am using some Apple products, right? I got my MacBook Air here. I have my iPhone recording right here. And hopefully I can edit this video up and have the audio on the same page. But again, I digress. If you guys didn't see, uh, I don't know, it's probably a setting inside a photo booth. I've been running it for 5 or a little over 5 minutes, photo booth. I'm sure I can use something else that the laptop won't fall asleep. But even with photo booth, when I'm recording video, after 5 minutes, I guess, the laptop wants to go to sleep, but it's still recording. So Apple is not completely refined. But again, this is in the whole experience, the ecosystem, whatever. With that being said, I digress. That is the reason for my background. That is the reason you see this lovely, what color are they calling this? Jade Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Let me make sure I'm saying that. Yes, Pixel 10 Pro Fold. So I opted for the 512 gig version, guys. And this box is super thin. I haven't heard anybody saying much about the box, but I see why there's not much to say. So we know for a fact, before we even get to, we're not even really gonna do an unboxing, but I'm just gonna open it with you guys. But we know for a fact there's no charger in here. There's probably not even a cable in here. And in the US, that's pretty much what we're given now. And it even has, some stuff on the back about the charger, which I'm not even gonna really get down into. I did get some really nice, let me just say real quick, I did get, I think, a good deal on this guy. So I'm just pulling it up here on my laptop because I forget exactly, but I'm pretty sure that they gave me a really, really, really good deal on the trade-in. And they gave me a huge, I'm talking about Google, and they also gave me a huge store credit as well, which I'm planning on possibly using towards, I got like $550 store credit. So you can do the math, it gave me $650, so over a grand, really 1,100 bucks or so in total for my trade, as far as the Z Fold. So that's not too bad. The phone costs $1,800. You're not counting taxes, but you figure I'm spending, maybe $500-600, right? Not too bad. And also, again, just to say, to experience Android the way that it is designed to experience it, right? And don't get me wrong, you can go and you can actually grab the beauty of Android, you can go and grab so many different devices, foldables, slab phones, you name it. Even, a couple of flips, you got some flips out there that are running Android. Very nice. That is the beauty of Android. That is why I've never always been an Apple guy, because they usually offer, now, don't get me wrong, shout out to Apple, they're offering a lot more options when it comes to your choice and form factor, right, for your device. So you can get multiple different, sizes, shapes, all that good stuff. But the foldable game is still, it's a small game, it's at least here in the US, right? And a lot of the foldables, the option that we have, we would have to import them, and certain features, functionality might not work properly with the device. So, here we are. So we're going with, me personally, I'm going with something, I'm a little bored with Samsung, so we're gonna go and rock some stock, basically some stock purified Android. Okay, and I know, the software experience, Google's got work to do, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Sometimes a reset is what I need. And so consider this a reset. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy open, guys. we're gonna go ahead and basically start the setup real quick. All right, pretty cool little fancy box. Couple strips on the back, you just kind of slide them off and then slide out the device. All right, so as you can see, nice little image on the box. Okay, let's see. I mean, snug. I mean, they got it in there too. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people probably dropped this bad boy. And there we go. Got your little branding, nice and clean, simple. Okay, well, hey, look, they surprised me, guys. We do get another Type-C cable. You got the device, which doesn't seem as, you got your books, all that good stuff. And that's it, guys. Definitely no charging brick. No charging brick. Okay, now I'm looking here and, you know, in my personal opinion, the original Pixel was, the original Pixel Fold was pretty thin. Okay, so we are, let's slide this thing out. Okay, now before I even do a fold or anything, I just want to see if I can get the image here on the crease, because the main thing I'm seeing on everybody's, all the big dogs pages is talking about the crease. Now, it's there, right? And don't get me wrong, this phone has been folded a whole lot more. And it's an older version, right? But let's see. And that's much. And this is the Z Fold 6. Has been folded a lot more. I didn't even fold this for the first time, but I do know that the Pixel Fold has a new gearless hinge, guys. So I'm curious to see how that feels, but you can see the thinness of the device. Nice and thin, very impressive. Of course, yes, I am gonna throw a case on it. Yes, I am. But I'm definitely impressed, man. Okay, now let's try for the first fold, guys. Okay, that felt really smooth. And a lot of times I've been hearing about the thickness. Oh, it's still large, pretty thick in your hand, right? Yeah, I'm 6'2", I got good sized hands. But you can see how it looks. I can literally, without a case, I can literally touch both fingers. And man, I tell you, this thing feels good in the hand. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank it, fire it up for the first time, guys. And I won't bore you with the setup and all, but I just wanted to bring you guys along for this adventure. We'll have a lot more to talk about on this. We're almost 15 minutes in, but that is my Pixel 10 Pro Fold unboxing. I'll go ahead and get everything transferred up, set up, synced up, all that good stuff. And we'll be back to talk a whole lot more. And looking forward to kicking it and talking about this device with you guys. Again, I am very much excited. So we're gonna get into it. All right. Peace, love, blessings. I will catch you guys in the next one. Pixel 10 Pro Fold.